and see if they can hear us. So we'll be staring at that camera. Share your screen with your audience. I'll make sure I don't hit this thing on accident. Testing.
So ours connected.
Yours with the, all right, that's it. So we got some audio. All righty. All right, so we're live as of now. I think somebody's in here. There's a couple people. Hey y'all, can y'all hear us? Can you hear me? How you doing? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. We're just testing out our microphones. Awesome. So we're gonna
be able to hear them?
Huh?
Are we supposed to be able to hear them?
Nah, we won't be able to hear them. But any questions they might have, they'll type in this chat box down here, et cetera. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes. We go live at 4:15. That's in about 5 more minutes, giving folks time, a moment to get in. This here is Marla. Where are you from, Marla? Dallas. She's from Dallas, Texas. Came here on an exploratory trip to check some things out, and she's going to share her experience. And if y'all have questions, feel free to post your comments in the chat. And if we have time, we'll get to some of those questions as well. So we're gonna wait about 4 more minutes, and then we'll kind of get started here. You okay, Cortez? Saludos from Querétaro. When you gonna break in that barbecue? Hey, I'm good, Sleepy Joe. Thanks for asking. Thanks for confirming you can hear us. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for about 4 more minutes, and then we're gonna go live. It's the first time doing a live video.
Exactly.
I've been pressing her. I say, hey, Marla, let's go. She's leaving out of town tonight, going back to the States, and she done a lot in this little bit of time that she was here. You know, I often talk about how important it is to do an exploratory trip, and an exploratory trip is basically you coming here, checking things out to make sure the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, and that everything, meets your expectations, and you really want to verify and visit the place that you want to be. So that's what she's done, and she's going to share more about that momentarily once we get started. How you doing, Kaya? When you coming out here? So we're gonna get started in a few minutes. You want anything to drink? I ain't offer you nothing to drink. I got some sodas in a can.
Ain't need it. Ain't need it.
Okay. 2025. That's right around the corner. You ready? So far, he's letting us know we got about 27 people in here so far.
Kai, is that a move for you or a visit? Is that a move for you, Kai? Okay, I feel like I'm.
Yeah, well, when you talk, you can look at the screen, but if you want to see what's going on over here, you can.
No, okay. So the audience is right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the people. That's
Miss Kaya. So is that going to be a move for you in 2025, or you come for your exploratory trip?
She said a move.
Oh, move.
Yes,
okay,
I'm coming to stay.
Okay. So have you been here already once? Or you just gonna wing it?
No, she said no.
She said no.
She said no.
Girl, you'll adjust. I'm telling you, I promise.
How you doing, George? She says I lived through Cartel.
Exactly. And when I got that rental car, I really thought I owned these streets. I'm telling you.
There's some people who will make the move sight unseen and just go in. And, most people, it won't work for most, but the few that do it, they know that they can do it. So there's a handful of people who can do it. And I don't know, Kaya, she be in them comments on the regular. I think she one that gonna do it. I have my own vehicle. Yes, you can. Now there's some stipulations, but you can. I don't go ahead.
Believe it or not, that's where your comfort level comes in at. when you are able to move around. I'm telling you, after day one, probably into day two, I say, okay, I said, this is regular driving. You know how to drive in the States, you can drive over here. But let me tell you about this driving though. So you got to have some thick skin. Can't take nothing personal because, like I said, and so that works for me because I feel like I'm driving the way I drive at home, minus the rules. So, like I said, you just got to get in. You're gonna have to jump in. You're gonna have to bully your way in. Don't worry about none of them markers on the street. That's all for decoration because ain't nobody paying attention to nothing white or yellow in that road, period. Only when it comes to parking. I was just simply told do not park in the yellow space. Other than that, all the rest of that stuff, that's for decoration. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't never seen so many police before just be on chill mode, relaxing. I was like, these police don't do nothing. Ride past them, leaning on the car. The other group out there detailing the car. I said, ain't nobody patrolling nothing.
You can speed past them fast.
Wasn't no wrecks going on. Hey, they ain't bothering nobody.
Nope.
That's the only time I actually seen them. Now they do ride with their lights on, but in silence mode. And I think that's make them feel good. Because I said, that's the job to have. I got to put on the uniform. That's the job to have right there. Chill in the AC, listen to music, camped out up on the shade tree. Yeah, that's the job to have. Because they ain't bothering nobody over here.
They said, we love your energy already.
I'm telling y'all, I told Uncle Cortez, I'm just as country as he is. I promise. Just down to earth, just myself. I don't know how to be nothing to nobody else.
So all right, we'll get about one more minute. We're gonna start. I'm just gonna repeat this for the people that's just kind of flowing in. This here is Marla. She's flown in here from Dallas, right?
Correct.
From Dallas, Texas, and she's here on an exploratory trip, just checking things out, making sure Merida is the place for her, and she's going to kind of share her experience about how that went about. Some of the things she's done, and she just got through talking a moment ago about her experience driving. So if we have some time, we're going to open up for some questions. This was just an impromptu video. She's flying out of here tonight, going back to Texas to, get things set up to prepare to make a final move here at some point. And so in about one more minute, we're going to start. So if you have questions, feel free to post your questions down in the comments, and we'll try and get to some of those. And we'll be starting in a moment. So this is being recorded. Hey, take advantage. If y'all haven't been down here for an exploratory trip, listen in on this. You're going to get some ideas and some tips on what you should be doing. You shouldn't be down here in vacation mode on an exploratory trip. This is really coming just to vet the place. You can do all the fun touristy stuff when you move here. But on an exploratory trip, there's some work to be done, chop, to make sure this place is going to be the place for you. So 45 more seconds. I know I keep saying that, just giving folks time to roll in. This is an impromptu. So that we're going to get started in just a moment. Hello, George, Angela, Kaya, change as always, Chicklet Boy, Kaya, I said George Allen, welcome. It's about 4:15 here in Mexico, Merida, Mexico. I think it's 6 o'clock on the East Coast and maybe 5 o'clock in Texas. Somebody, Miss Blue-Eyed Sin White, says she is gorgeous.
Thank you.
So you know what? With that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Change is always asked the question. This is really how we're gonna start off. What has encouraged you to make a final relocation?
You all, it really was the people here. And these people just been so nice and gracious and, offering to help you. Because Uncle Cortez did a video earlier today about language. Now, I don't speak nobody's Spanish. Uno from the card game. Si, no. Yo no says, hey, and my hand movement. That's it. That's as far as my language goes. But my charades game got real strong. I mean, we was all in there. If somebody had been from the outside, they would have thought we were dancing. I promise you. But I got what I needed. And in the end, we hooked it out. It was it, you know. But like I said, yeah, the people was just really, really nice and welcoming, and you know, I can't even explain it to you. It really started back in Monterey, where my connecting flight was from Dallas. For some reason, I don't know backstory, but our connecting flight didn't come in. No, we were the one running late from Dallas. So the plane probably came on in and just thought we weren't gonna make it. And so anyway, we didn't have a flight. So they took a flight out of service and got it all prepared to bring us the rest of the way. And mind you, they put us 2.5 hours back. And I'm the only sister on the flight. And I'm sitting there looking and listening around. Everybody was so calm and cool. They wasn't complaining, was sweating nothing. Kids just running around. They'd have moved us from one gate to another. So I really had to check myself because, you know, American Airlines Delta, I'm gonna need my flight voucher. I'm gonna need a hotel. I'm gonna need something, but somebody gonna need to make something happen right now, you know. And so it just really allowed me to just woosah. I said, these people are cool. That's why, you know, they probably ain't take no blood pressure pills. They too laid back. Even the dogs down here, because I kept saying these dogs got to be really hot, close to heat exertion, almost close to death, or they just dogs. When I tell you, they just cool. Ain't got the energy for a bark or whatever. It was like, ma'am, can you just step around me? I was just, y'all don't understand. I've had such a surreal moment since I've been here, cause it's kind of old and antiquated with the new. The core of things is just what it is. It's the core. It's the basic. This is these people's land. This is their custom. This is them. Then you have all this outside new modern stuff, you know, coming along, and it almost felt like a movie to me. When you get outside all these pretty things around here that we used to custom, and then you go into town or into the city and stuff, you just feel like you're stepping back in time when humans really dealt with each other as humans.
Yeah. Connected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, you went back in time, and well, you just said it, but I was going to say it a different way. The values,
exactly,
are there
exactly.
from like the back in the 70s and the 80s when, like you say, when people connected, you know, they touched, they hugged, they greeted.
Exactly.
Everything is yes, sir, good morning. You don't dare start a conversation without saying good morning,
without
good
a greeting,
afternoon, good night.
Yeah. Let me add them 3 phases into my language. It was buenas noches, buenas tardes, and buenos dias. Yeah, that's 3 more. Add that to my little. Yeah. So and sometimes that's all it was. You know, people just speak and wave and stuff like that, and they understand. You know, it's just like you being in your own particular area and stuff like that, or wherever you frequent. You know a new face. And so people, they look at you out of curiosity. You know, they want to. I think they just wanted to see if we're warm, if we're welcoming, and stuff like that. So I kept a smile on my face and stuff, and I just had so much assistance. I mean, so much assistance, and I absolutely loved it.
Wonderful. What prompted just the thought of moving to Mexico? Anything?
It wasn't even really Mexico. I knew for a fact I wanted to get out the States. I'm gonna say proudly. I've never gone to jail, but I know if I didn't make up my mind to do something else, I might not be able to quote that statement. I'm telling you, when I'm telling you I'm tired. So it made me start thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to start looking for something else. Because I know God has been good to all of us. And I said, all of this world and this earth, this can't be it. It got to be something else. Well, you know, I've always known, because see, I've traveled off and on, and I've traveled internationally too for about the last 27 years and everything. So this is nothing new to me. But vacationing, because you're always in the tourist spots, you're in the and stuff. So coming outside of that is a different thing. So I knew at some point when I made up my mind, and I done said all I had to say to my family, and you know, I'm not trying to push my agenda on nobody. At this point, I'm trying to do me. Period. So that's where we're at. And I just started looking, and just googling stuff on YouTube, and Merida was just the takeover. I mean, it was the takeover on the net for me, and I seen a lot of other influencers, but it was funny when I seen his. I just felt like that he was just being transparent. He was just keeping it real, talking about the good, bad, indifference. He didn't have nothing to gain from not being totally transparent, and just resonated. And immediately he became my Uncle Cortez. So I'm the one in the comments always holler Uncle Cortez. This man didn't know a thing about me. And when he met me the other night, you know, like I said, I adopt people where I want to adopt them. And I'm you're gonna be my family whether you want to be family with me or not. Period. You know, if I bring you on this side of the line, then that's where it is. We family now. Auntie Kim just went to the store. Me and him and Haley Pooh, we hung out the other night. We had a good time. I've had the opportunity to meet Uncle Rob, Tyantha, just some other people. Okay, let me tell you about how when I made over here. Now I was at the airport. I had to call my family. You know, now why they want to do all this checking in and stuff? You don't call me like this at the house. But anyway, I entertained, pick the phone, yeah, whatever. So I was like, no, I ain't seen nobody as dark as me yet. So I had had to finish up the second half for my card that morning. So when I got up in there, I seen two families. Called them back. Boom, ran to two families. Yeah, I'm about to skip. You know, I had the phone. I said I'm about to scan. You know, let them see. You know, it was two other black families there. So when they went through the little process, got on the inside, all my cousins was up in there. Somebody from New York was over there. Somebody from Georgia was over there. And, you know, we was all excited. Hey, hey, hey. You know, so I was like, okay, we coming across. We coming across for real, for real. You know, so got to take some numbers and stuff. So to be able to connect with some folks who's in the process of doing exactly what it is I was there to do already. So you'll probably meet your client when you get to them steps and stuff too. Because trust me, they here, they coming. Mm-hmm.
Now you got your residency when you were here.
I did.
You did. Mm-hmm. What did you start? Did you start the process in Dallas, in Texas?
I drove to McAllen.
McAllen, Texas. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what can you share what that process was like? What were the financial requirements, if you remember? Did you have to take bank statement? You kind of share the process. Was it difficult? How did you start the process? Appointments online, et cetera, et cetera.
From what I can remember, you know, there's a 800 number when you go on the site. I'm gonna tell you, an 8-hour workday. I didn't have my phone on speaker, just ringing, waiting for somebody to pick up. I mean, you could not get through. I was like, this just cannot. This can't be it. This can't be it. So I did that every day. Then
is it what you were calling the embassy every day?
I was calling whatever 800 number they had on there for you to
start the process.
Exactly. Now, mind you, I'm gonna get to that was a naive, but it is a number. It tells you call on there for your appointments. Okay. So I'm calling this number, no answer. Finally, one day pick up. I'm all excited. I forgot what I was like, sir, hold on. Give me a minute. I didn't even know how to talk to the man because I was just so used to the phone just ringing really in the background. So I told him what it is I was trying to do, and I need to try and get an appointment. So he was like, well, you know, they're all full. This all full. They can look up to 3 locations for you before, you know, you just got to call back another day. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, then. So then what I did, I pulled up the individual embassy, consulate. And I said, I was going to just have them direct me. And so I got someone to answer, and the young lady that answered me was dang, is it Miss Virginia? I think it's Miss Virginia. I apologize. Start with a V though. No, it's not Valerie. It's Miss Virginia. She answered, and I was like, ma'am, I told her what I was trying to do. She's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Just send me an email. I was like, okay, can I get the email address? She gave me the email address. She said, I'm gonna hold on while you send the email. And she told me exactly what. Just say that you're interested in an appointment. That's exactly what she told me to say. She said, send it to me. She said, okay, I got it. She said, so my appointments are 2 weeks set out, and so do you have a particular date or time you want to come, or do you want to take the next available? And I was like, no. I mean, at this here point, I ain't had no bargaining. I was like, whenever you tell me to be there, I'm gonna be there. Period. I just wanted to get up in there. And so she was like, I have one appointment left this month. Other than that, I was gonna have to wait. That was in June. One appointment in June. Other than that, July was full. I don't have to wait until August, something like that. I really can't. But I said I'm gonna take that one. I didn't care what time it was. So as a matter of fact, it was 8:30. It was an early appointment or whatever. And that was it. As far as the appointment, she sent me a list of requirements, which was simple. And I think it was 5 things. And so I did have to print out the bank statements, and they had to be stamped from the bank. Each statement had to be stamped.
How many months in statements?
6.
6. Okay.
6. And so then
and they had to show what on those statements? Was there a certain amount they wanted to see?
Just the total down there. Because it has the dollar amount for your temporary, and then the dollar amount for your permanent.
Okay.
And so that was it.
Do you remember what the monthly amount was that they required for the temporary?
Honestly, I got it all on my phone.
Let me ask you this. I don't mean to jump around. Do you possibly still have that original email where she sent you the list? And if so, could you forward it to me another day and I'll post that? So I'll post that email so y'all can get an idea of what they're asking
anyway,
for.
It was like one of the cheapest requirements, consulates and stuff according to. And so
so 6 months of statements.
Yeah, 6 months of a statement. I also had a letter from my payroll department from my job, because I actually met the requirements for permanent.
Okay.
My age knocked me out of that though. But and so just my ID. I don't know. Like I said, we have to look back on it. Oh, she had asked me that before, because I could have pulled that
I ain't
up.
think about it until that, but we'll post it up. We'll get it.
But anyway, yeah, just simple basic stuff. When I got in there in her office, she was like, just highlight the total down there at the bottom. She gave me the highlighter and had me highlight all the pages. And then from my job just get a letter here from my job, my position, the number of years I worked there, and what I made annually.
Okay.
She had me highlight the annual part. She told me, because I actually had 12 months print out, because I ain't know what she wanted. And so I had the original copies. I had the originals from the bank, and I also had copies, because in the email, it tells you to make copies.
Okay.
Because she's going to keep a set. And so, like I said, she gave me the highlighter, had me just highlight the dollar sign. That was it.
And so she gave you that, and then so once you finished that, you had 6 months to get to Mexico to complete the second
and
part.
That's what brought me down here, because on the visa, it'll have your expiration, and had that 6 month expiration time on there. And so mine was actually going to be next month coming up. So I didn't want to take any chances because I know this place. That's another cool point about they close down for everything here. Hey, they believe in family time, holidays, all that. You think you're gonna work overtime, get some OT down here? Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Everybody at the house cooking, eating. Somebody turned 16, they having a party. The city closed down. They closed down for everything here. So I knew it was getting over into the holiday section.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to take any chances of having to start this process all the way over.
Okay. All right. So it's pretty simple. Somebody asked, do you think it's easier to start the process within Mexico? Technically,
no, you have to start in your home.
You have to start it in the United States at a Mexican consulate in the United States is where you have to officially start the process. Now, they do have a regularization program, which is something totally different, and I'll talk about that in another video, where if you've been here a couple of times, a time or two, and your visa expire, you can start the process here and complete it here. But that's a whole entirely different program. But for most people, it must start in the United States at a Mexican consulate. What else? So when you went down here and got your appointment, to complete the second part, because when you enter into Mexico, you have 30 days to complete.
Well, when I came in through the airport, I had to make sure I went through from is it Kanye, Kanye. And the man kept trying to, like I said, I was the only sister on the plane, so naturally, so he's trying to make me go over there on the tour. He was just trying to assist, but I was telling him, no. I mean, I seen that I need to go through their immigration, and he was like, so I had to pull out my visa and show him. He said, "Oh, come," and took me over there. And then they went ahead and put the information in the computer and stuff. And he handed me. He said, "Ma'am, you have to make the appointment in 30 days." I said, "I'm gonna do better than that. I got one less than 8 hours." He's like, "Oh, okay." Okay.
And you use an attorney down here to finish the second part.
Miss Valor and Arterial. Arterial. Yeah,
Arturo, Valeria. Yeah, really, really, really great attorneys.
Nice people.
They will, a lot of times some people will do this on their own, and there's no issue with that. And then there's other folks like myself and like her. It's like, hey, I'm gonna pay somebody just to do this for me. So like her, when they show up, appointment already set. They stand in line for you. They go in and do all the talking for you, translate.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So he had my papers and everything together. He was like, you just go in and you give them this right here and have the seat, and they call your number because they're gonna give you a number. And you're gonna sign in, then you're gonna get a number and stuff there. And you just give them the folder. If you need something, you just come and get me. I said, no, we're not gonna do that. I said, I paid you for the babysitting. I said, I need to be babysitting right now. I'm not going there by myself. He was like, it's okay, you can do it. I said, but I'm not. I said, so we're going as a team. He just started laughing. He said, okay. So when he got up to the front, he told the lady in Spanish, he said, and she said, okay, that's fine. Because he did tell me, he said, they're not supposed to go in there with you. However, they can if you don't feel comfortable. So before we even got to the door, I already let him know, come on, let's hold hands, honey. Because we're doing this together.
Exactly.
So I went in there and just had a seat, and I was so tired from all the flights. I'm over there like this, knocked out. I don't know what they're talking about, what I done signed and agreed my name to. He said he need the payment. I grabbed the debit card. That was it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, all right. So you're a resident now. What did you explore while you were here? What were some of the main things you wanted to investigate just to confirm that, okay, this is where I want to be?
Honestly, I really didn't get to do the things that I claim I was going to do. I said I was going to go. Okay, before I left home, I went to go see my dentist. And, so he's going to tell me, oh, I need the crown over here. And I was like, okay, then. So he told me for $2,900. I was like, okay, I'm going to come back for that appointment. I'm going to tell you game plan already. So When I got here,
that was in the United States.
That was in the U.S.
Okay.
When I got here, I had I went to this dental clinic because about 3 videos ago, was it Miss Carla?
Her name was Cookie.
Miss Cookie had recommended, and so I had actually given them a call after I seen that video, and set up for a consultation, and so typed me back, and because I asked them what was going to be a cost of a crown, they told me anywhere from $300 to $500. So either one of them numbers was a long way off from 29. So welcome. So as a matter of fact, the day after I left the immigration, I said, well, let me just do, because I had a consultation for the next morning. I said, let me just do a dry run and make sure I can get there. So it was actually 12 minutes according to GPS from immigration to them. So I went in there and I introduced myself. I said, I was trying to make sure I'm in the right location. So he had my name in the computer. He was like, no, this is not it. He said, but we'll take you. So so I said, okay, then, fine, that's cool. So they took me on to the back and filled out a little history form, just a little basic stuff, medication allergies, just health questionnaire and stuff, little basic stuff. And then just asked me what type of problems or what was I there for, and I just told them, I said, well, they said, I needed some work done to this tooth. Didn't tell them what it was. Just said I need some work done to this tooth. Okay. Let's take the x-rays. Took the x-rays and stuff and just did the whole treatment plan is what it was. And so I was like, okay, I was good. And so I end up having 5 root canals, 3 crowns for less than that 29 that he was talking about for that one that the U.S. was talking about.
So how many root canals?
5.
5 root canals, 3 crowns for less than 2,900. What they were going to charge you in the United States for one. That was joke.
I'm cool. I'm open. I'm transferred. I got the receipt over in the back.
Yeah.
They charged me this right here for it.
$2,000.
That was it.
Y'all hear that? I'm telling you, them jokers told me back in the States they want to give me a root canal and a crown, and they want to charge me $2,500. It might have been $3,000, $2,500. And this was before I even thought about coming to Mexico. I was like, man, y'all just pull my tooth out. I don't got no $2,500. Not for that tooth back there. I'm like, hey. But had I known about this here, man, I would. My daughter got hers done she got a crown and a root canal for $225, $225 or $275, and seamless.
Yeah.
Went back for 3 appointments. We're done. And they split the payments up. You didn't have to pay the whole thing. She had 3 visits. He was like, "We'll break it up into 3 payments."
I mean, they were willing to, and so I kept saying, I was like, wait a minute, I'm only here for 10 days. We're gonna be able to, get these crowns and stuff made and stuff like that. Yes, no problem. It's no problem. And so a lot of things. That's why I'm saying a lot of things that I originally had planned to do, I didn't get an opportunity to do because of the dental work. My appointments fell during the day, which was fine. That was a priority, for me, especially at that price. That was Yeah. I could all that other touring and exploring and everything that can come later. But so yeah, we took care of that. And since I'm in the health field, you know me, I went in white gloves and down. I'm looking and even asked, hey, can you just wipe this here down, for me? And sure, no problem. So when they pulled out the instruments and everything, and trust me, y'all, I wasn't being funny, but like I said, this is just my field. So So my conversation is a little bit different. I said, how is this clean? Oh, we soak it in the solution and da 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 da, and then we put them in the oven. See, I knew what he was talking about because see, I done sterile processing, so those are all the correct steps. You know, so I was like, okay then. So I had a seat and I felt comfortable from there.
Awesome, awesome. I'm gonna jump around a little bit, different topics and whatnot. Angela Stokes asks, now that you're there, when you return home, are you gonna pack more than clothes to bring back with you? So I guess in other words, now that you come here,
Girl, I ain't even bringing clothes. Let me tell you something. When I got off that plane, I ain't gonna even lie. I was fly. I was cute. You see what I look like now? Yeah, that heat and that humidity, baby. This was my go-to. This clamp right here. That's how that was. Haley would tell you. She seen me the first day. She kept saying, "Oh, you're so pretty." I walked in here today. I was like, yeah. Amy look a little bit different today, but it's fine. Merida won. The humidity won. It's okay. I said if I stayed another 2 days, I was already about to take scissors to all this right here. So I understood Sky Move. Did a video with the big chop and everything. I got it. I got it. No, and so like I said, I didn't have the clothes that I brought. I didn't have a need and stuff for them, and I'm glad because I did inquire. You know, what is the weather like? What I need to bring? So I just had just some long flowy, sundresses and stuff like that. Lifesaver.
Oh, good. Now, I'm just going to empathize on her question. Do you think you'll be bringing other stuff back now that you've had a chance to come here and visit? Would you be coming with more or less, or
probably a whole lot less, and just the stuff that I know that I'm going to need and can't part from in terms of I'm a big girl. I cook, I eat. And so I need my own pots and pans. They already seasoned just the way I need them to be seasoned. So that's definitely travel. My and my seasonings.
Your what?
My cooking seasonings.
Okay.
There's just some seasonings here that you're just not going to get. And some of the seasonings here, just because they're labeled as familiar salt and pepper, garlic, and stuff like that, they don't necessarily have the same type of flavoring, I guess you would say, that my taste buds would be accustomed to. Don't ask me how and why you would think garlic powder will probably taste the same. Just assume that anyway. But nevertheless, I mean, I'm like that at home. So it's hard for me to go to somebody else's cook because y'all just ain't got what I got in my cabinet. So I'm gonna cook for you, and you can come through here and grab what you need. Because like I said, maybe just being a little spoiled or whatever, I'm just accustomed to my seasons. So yeah, that's definitely first two things getting packed: my cookware and my particular seasonings.
I know that lemon pepper here, we went to the store and bought that lemon pepper. That thing was so sour and overpowering. It knocked you out. We had to throw the whole batch of food away. It was just, it's not like you say it's different. It was very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna be wasting no food like this. So no, I'm already coming to head the game. Now, I always test every place I travel. I'm gonna test your chicken game. Cause I'm gonna eat me some chicken. I'm gonna eat some good fried chicken. And so I had to Google a spot, and that's the name of the place too. Fried chicken wings. I said, oh, they gotta be a wing.
Them good eating over there.
You cannot. But when I got there and I was looking across the street, I said, no, dang, that ain't it. I said, it gotta be someplace else.
You said what?
I said, no, that can't be it. I mean, I was just looking at the building. Ain't nobody cooking nothing. Ain't nothing being served out there. Ain't nothing being served.
I drove by there for a year before I actually went in there.
I was like, that can't be it. And the thing just kept saying, you've arrived. I was like, okay, they done moved. I promise you. I said, well, let me go on and cut across the street. And notice I said cut. See, I'm a full Mexican already now, so that's what I did. I cut across the medium. Yeah, I wasn't going down, making no U-turn. I wasn't doing all that. Not when it was right across the street. Look both ways. I cut across the grass, period. Got to the other side. When I pulled up in the parking lot, baby, that aroma hit me. I said, they fried some chicken up in there. I didn't care what the aesthetic looked like. I jumped on out there. I mean, happy. And then he's like, 15 more minutes. Hey, take your time. Take your time. Maybe I had, because I carry my hand sanitizer, and wet wipe. You talking about a fat kid waiting? I done already washed. I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't want to touch nothing but the meat. Hey, y'all, that was some good, crispy, crunchy on the outside, moist. On Cortez, what I hit you with? Like, hey, don't know if you found this spot right here. That's what they getting down right here. He's a GG. What's the JEJEG? Ha ha ha! I eat there once a week. I was like, okay then, okay, yeah, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it looked a little rough on the outside,
For
a
sure.
little rough on the edges. I drove by there and I saw it, and I was like, they can't possibly be open. Ain't nobody eating up in there. And so one day I was like, I'm gonna go in there and see what's going on, because I always see cars out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked, me and a buddy rode up in there, man. Been going ever since. That food is good.
Ain't nothing but men in there throwing down.
Yeah.
Not one single woman in there.
And the funny thing about it, you can walk, there's a little convenience store right next door. So you can walk to the convenience store. They encourage you. Hey man, go next door and buy yourself some beer. And then they'll put it in every little refrigerator and hold it for you while your food being cooked up and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's little things like that just make the experience like even all more so authentic and
7 whole wings. I think it was $5.
Something like that.
$5.
Something like that. And they sell a couple of other things up in there as well. It's some good eating for sure.
Yeah. That's the first thing I noticed here. I said, I don't care what the economy looked like, whatever's going on around here. Ain't nobody missing no meals around here. Ain't nobody going to miss any meals around here. All these little mom and pop stores, you don't know if some of them they house or business, and some of them are a combination of both. But they may be without a lot of things, but food is not one.
They gonna eat and drink.
Food is not one at all.
They gonna eat. They gonna eat and they gonna drink. It's not uncommon when you go to the restaurants where you'll see a table of women, 3 women, or even just 2, and they'll have a big bucket of beers, bottled beers. There'll be about 10 or 12 of them in the thing. They'll drink through those 10 or 12 beers, and they'll bring out another bucket, and those ladies will get in that bucket and start drinking. Women from all professions, professional, regular class, middle class, lower class. They love that beer, boy. They drink and eat.
I couldn't tell the difference of anybody's status here.
Of anybody what?
Anybody's status.
Yeah.
Everybody just all mingle, all the same. If you didn't see somebody jumping in and out of their vehicles.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen some Beamers on the road. I seen some Mercedes. I said, you got some upper class, but if you didn't see them getting in and out, you really wouldn't know. Some of them a little bit more polished than others, but everybody was all grouped up, hanging out, laughing, having a good time and stuff. Went to the little the carnival. The carnival was here this particular weekend, and went and hung out there, had a good time. Went to the circus, so got a few little things in and stuff, but. Like I said, Dennis kind of threw me off, but in between, I just made my business just try to ride through the town and stuff like that, and just the places that I know I'll need to do. I found the CFE place, I found the municipality places, some of the business sector and stuff like that. Because before I was just riding, just riding, and But so then later on, I started rolling by purpose, trying to find. Places that I'll eventually have to, interact and stuff with.
And you went by yourself, so you were completely comfortable going by yourself.
When I told him to take the wheel,
was not an issue.
He just did like that, and we would roll like that. We was hitting reverse, we were making U-turn.
And you felt comfortable, safe all the way around.
Into the wee hours of the morning. I think I came in maybe about 2:30 or 3 o'clock was the latest one.
2, 3 in the morning.
I think so. Yeah.
So again, I just want to emphasize that. Now she's here by herself. She got a rental car immediately, been riding around the city by herself. Like she said, one day behind the wheel here, you'll pick it up. You got to jump in there. And she was just riding around, her and the GPS, going from place to place. Got home at 2:00 in the morning on one night. Didn't feel any concerns for safety. Just out here exploring the place.
And you'll be surprised at how many families are still out there time of night.
Exactly.
Period.
With their children.
Yeah.
Women walking their dogs at 2 a.m. by themselves. Little bitty dogs, not no big giant Rottweiler or anything. Little bitty dogs walking them at 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Very, very safe. So don't let the media get in your head. Don't let your family and friends get in your head and say that place is dangerous. You shouldn't be going to Mexico. Although there are probably some parts of Mexico you don't need to be going. You know, just like there's some parts in the United States you don't need to be. There are parts of Atlanta you just don't need to be going to. Parts
Dallas
of Chicago you don't need to be going to. But but there's many parts of Chicago that you can go to because I mean there's millions of people who live in Chicago and they're completely safe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing here. So don't let folks get in your head and talk you out of coming out here to check it out or come out here to live here. You know what I mean? She completely safe. How long have you been here?
Day 10.
It's day number 10. And I can say she hit the ground running, looking at neighborhoods, which leads to my next question. Somebody asked, where will you live and will you rent or purchase?
And when you're talking about looking at neighborhoods, like a lot is about accident because I am just rolling. Don't know where I'm going. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go down this here road. And thought I was, do a little turnaround or something like that. Get down there, a whole residential Pravada and stuff like that. I was like, dang. And you just got a lot of those little duck offs, like ain't no traffic back there. If you don't live back there, you just don't really know to even go there. But since I was just riding and just turning down streets, period. So that's the only reason why I ran into half of what I ran into. But we got to go out one day with Miss Andrea.
Yeah,
Andrea, and looked at some areas, and they got a big project coming up. This particular development is going to be primarily for, but not restricted to, expats that wanna
commune, live together, like-minded folks, similar goals. A lot of people have not left the country, never been out of the U.S. and kind of nervous about venturing out on their own for the first time. So it kind of caters to a little bit of everybody. We're still in the beginning stages of kind of building out our own community. A place that we're looking at now is going to have 22 lots. So the lots will be available for sale. We're looking at hooking up with maybe 3 developers, 3 different models, homes that you can select from to build your house onto. Though we're still in the beginning stages, looking to secure the land, and so we'll have a plan that we'll be releasing soon, Andrea and myself. So if anybody is interested in that, make sure you reach out to us via email, support at.
It was real nice, even though it wasn't nothing there but trees and shrub and everything, just from the initial plans that she had that I was able to view, and then with the other investors, some other product providers going to be come through there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be really, really nice. Mind you, everything over here metric and stuff. So she was like, oh, it's going to be 303
square meters.
Yeah. And I was like, if you're talking about medication dosage, I got you. But I was like, honey, I need to see how how long that is right there. And I know I didn't want to be bothering no steps. So we seen this one particular house that was just out, it was a flat. I was like, hey, I said, that looked like a big old house right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, that 300 square meters, can we get a marking from here to there to see? So that's the only way I was going to grasp it.
So you're visual.
You
had to see what 300 meters look like.
So I was like, so we rode past this particular house. I was like, hey, let's go. Let's go to the house, knock on this door. So actually we pulled up and we seen a vehicle in the yard, but it still wasn't any activity going on that we can see. So I was like, okay, that's all good. You know, Andrea, that's not right. Andrea, she like me. She's like, yeah, stop, let's go see. So got in. I done stood on the bricks. I'm peeping through the people's window. I said, okay, this is a bedroom. I walked to the other side. I said, this is the laundry room. Well, somebody live here. They definitely got clothes and stuff here and everything. So she went on the other side doing the same thing. The family was all in the back. So the people, they seen us peeping in, you know, and I'm glad she was coming around the corner. I just threw my hands up. Hey, peace, sorry, you know, my apologies and everything. So she was able to explain to the woman in Spanish that we were interested in, you know, we thought the house, we didn't know anyone was there. We didn't know that anyone was currently living in the house. We just kind of wanted to get a, you know, see the layout, this here particular one level home, and then be able to kind of gauge, you know, the distance that we had been talking about. But the lady was so nice. They was like, no, come on in. And she let us walk through her house. She kept apologizing because, like I said, they had just had stuff just thrown in. I was like, honey, we invading on you. You know, you didn't give us no invite and everything. And she was like, oh, but this is the one room. But it was really, really nice. It was spacious. Yeah, and her place was exactly double. Yeah. So I was able to see where that 300 marking was going to cut off at. I mean, she was so nice. And I told him, got in the car, ain't nowhere in the world we could do that in the hood. We were going to be met with the pistola. Bop, bop. Who are you? Shot standing up? You know. You get shot knocking on the door. They were so nice, though. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. No, ma'am. I said, then on top of that, you done let a whole gang of strangers up here don't know what we up to. Exactly. That's just what they were. Yeah, they were like, real nice, you know. Yeah, while they were peeking through the windows, you know, I had already been down this road before. I got locked up for trespassing. So I just hung off to the back on the side of the road. I'm like, hey, I ain't going back to jail. He wanted to make sure it was clear. I'm like, I'm going to let them go on up there. Hey, they could go up there and look at them. I ain't going nowhere near them windows because I ain't going back to jail. I think if I had to go back to jail, I'd probably run. I never understood why folks would flee and run. But I get it now. If I thought I was going, I'd be running. But yeah, very, very, very nice family. They let us look. And we did look at another house that was 250 square meters. And that also put it into perspective. And when she saw the 250 square meter lot, and realized that there's going to be 50 more square meters, she's like, oh, this is more than big enough. You know, because they use the metric system here. So in my head, I'm still trying to get familiar with square meters versus square feet and stuff like that. So that's what's up. Let's see. Camu Play says I'll be there in December. Pamela Jones, congratulations. I had a residency consultation today. So excited for this process to unfold. Joseph says I'm planning on moving to Merida once I buy a home and decide I want to move to another area or expand. How fast will I be able to resell it, and will it appreciate? It will appreciate quickly. Merida is going through an incredible growth spurt right now. They are building everywhere. Yeah, that's an understatement. That is an understatement because I'm telling y'all gonna make them left and right turns, and you're gonna think you're just going down the road. And I'm telling you, you got a whole community, a whole community everywhere.
The growth is insane. So I mean, so oftentimes people are buying lots just for the sole purposes of holding them for 2 or 3 years, and then they'll sell them. Now, what other agent, what a lot of the locals are doing, who find themselves as real estate, being real estate agents, or just locals in general, they'll buy 3 or 4 lots, and then they'll hold on to them for 3 or 4 years, and then they'll sell 3 of them and keep the one. And the money that they earn and get from the 3 lots that they sold, they'll use that money to build their house. And so that's a very common thing. That's how often things are appreciating here. Let's see here. Family is trying.
I got a pedicure and a manicure. Gel nails, $35.
How much would that cost in the States? Let me see your hand.
I pay $120.
There you go. There you go. 120 in the States.
I pay $120.
And you got that for how much here?
I got it for 35 US, so whatever that calculation.
Wow.
Whatever. Yeah.
And so you just call them up, and you get the appointment the same day or the next day?
When you sent me, I asked you where was Charlie's lady at. You sent me, and so I called her, and so when I came over, because I was thinking that was another thing. You're not gonna be able to do no walk-ins. Everything is gonna be by appointment because you only got 1 or 2 techs in there. Every place I went to, it was only one individual. So, and I think because some of that is new, because like I said, well, she had two people work at her shop. And so so like I said, you're just not gonna be able to get no walk-in. So just if you know you need it done that week, go on and make your appointment so you know secure your spot. But when I went there, it was an American lady there, and so she was able to translate to her that I was interested in having my nails and my feet done. And so she said, okay, she has me to do, and she had her sister there. She said, so do you want me to? So I put my name in the book and my number, and she sent me back a text on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, and so she told me, because I was supposed to return at 3 o'clock. She said, well, I had a cancellation. She said, if you want to come now, it was 1 o'clock then. I said, give me 15 minutes. Because everything's within a 10, 15 minute drive radius.
Yeah.
You know, you can go another 38 minutes over there with Uncle Rob's when I went over to his house. And I think that was 38 minutes.
That was the Rob's house.
That was the Rob.
And he lived way on the other side of town. But for the most part, from Concal to most parts in Merida, you could be there in about 15 minutes. Concal looks far away on the map, but you could be inside that perimeter in how long?
That's it.
So
10, 15 minutes. So I circled back around and came on over here. And the nail shop is just right across the street
around the corner
from Uncle Cortez now.
So what any surprises or unexpected anything unexpected happened, or anything were you surprised, or anything you were surprised about when you got here?
No, honestly, no, because I didn't really know what to expect. So I just went in just with an open mind, period. I didn't even want to have any expectations, so I wouldn't be disappointed, honestly. And like I said, if you're looking for clean, polished, you're going to be disappointed. They do have areas like that. But like I said, that's why I opened up with this being kind of old and antiquated, because that's the core of this place. Their downtown looks just like that. I don't know. I don't know. You go look at some of them old Hispanic movies and stuff like that. That's what they look like. That's what they look like. But they doing business like everybody else out here every day. You're gonna start getting all the pretty and the prim and prime stuff outside of town. Cause they got so much land here. They got so much land here. This place is a whole lot bigger. It is a whole lot bigger. I just made sure I had gas and battery life. And I just rolled with it.
Lots of green.
Just where we land at. I was like, dang, this is a whole this another provider. Then I was in a whole another little town. We made out to the I went out to the beach, to the Vista Mar.
Yeah,
Chuchalu, out there with a family, out there and ate at the little beach house and stuff like that. And like I said, that was a 30-minute drive. Had dinner out there, came back, during the night.
How was that seafood? I thought you eating some seafood on.
Oh, I had some coconut shrimp, and then I had some bacon wrapped shrimp. I thought it was gonna be like the bruschetta stuff with cream cheese and all that, but it was good. It was good. It was good. That sauce was good. This man was standing on the side of the road today. I thought it was. I didn't really know what to think at first. I mean, holding up stuff like this now, it was shrimp.
Yeah, I bought some from him yesterday.
Yeah,
that was my first time seeing him. He's on. He was
there yesterday and today, standing right there on that corner. Big old pieces.
Them things was big. I saw that man on the motorcycle. I made a video about it. I like, man, folks ain't gonna believe this. This dude selling fresh shrimp on side of the street up here in Concal.
It was two of them. They was taking turns standing in the heat.
Let me see where this guy. I think I deleted it out my phone, but I made a video. Haley cooked the shrimp last night, and it was 250 pesos, was like $12 for a kilo, which is like 2.2 pounds of shrimp.
They were big.
And
that's shrimp, all I know. They
when I drove by him, I like.
I know, that's why I said he was sitting there hanging. I was like,
I did the U-turn. Talked to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, we got this shrimp this morning." That's how fresh the shrimp was. And I was like, "Dang, I don't have to drive to Chichaloo no more. I can just get my shrimp from this guy." So I turned around. I said, "Let me just get a kilo," because I just wanted to test it out, make sure it was good. I brought it home. Haley cooked that thing last night, and she was like, "Daddy, that shrimp was big."
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was right. That thing was good, man. Yep. It's ooh. So those conveniences, man, you just have all those conveniences all tucked in your community, in your neighborhood. That's one of the things about Merida. No matter where you live, colonial wise or neighborhood wise, everything is in that community. Yep. There's a butcher in every community. There's generally going to be a dance school in that community, karate school in that community, place to get cakes and fruits and chicken and pastas and everything. You don't have to go far outside your way to go get stuff, and they will bring it to your house.
Oh, listen, don't talk about the bring, but I'm going to tell you, you can order everything online but a man. And only because I ain't put that order in, I'm not really sure if they're going to deliver that. But you can order everything else other than that. Everything. Capital letters. Everything.
Like them chips she got in her hand.
No matter how big or small your order request is. I seen it.
You see it? Show them that bag of chips. Show them. She gonna order them bag of chips right now. And somebody will bring it to that door in 15 minutes. They'll be at that door. And it's free. You just tip the guy maybe 50 cents.
I tell you, order everything where I was staying at. Furniture was being delivered. Shelving. They done drilled it and put it up. Pets. food, bicycles,
Everything.
everything.
The veterinarian will come to your house, give your dog his shots. They will come pick your dog up if you need to get your dog spayed or neutered. They'll come pick them up and take them back, do the thing, hold them for a day, and then bring them back to your house. If you need a rabies shot, they come to your house and do the rabies shot. Need deworming, they do it all. I mean, actually say the convenience level here is I mean, it's just through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
It's through the roof.
Yeah, that was probably the most shocking to me. I said, these folks, Amazon, and they have Mexican Amazon over here. You don't see them trucks out here the way you see them, motorcycle
Yeah.
coming through here delivering stuff. And people in their own little personal vehicles. And I'm telling you, delivering as them kids say, everything.
Everything.
Everything. That was a shocking factor for me. It didn't make no difference. I said, so if you're a lazy individual or just recluse, just don't want to get up, this your spot. This your spot. This your spot. You can have everything you want.
And even that shrimp, I mean, all I needed to do was get his phone number and just say, hey man, the morning time, bring me 3 kilos of shrimp. He'll bring it to the house. I won't have to go get it from him. They will bring it to your front door. You know what I mean? Everything. And listen, y'all, if y'all have questions, post them in the chat. We'll probably be wrapping up soon. So if you got something to ask, now's the time to post it down in there. But yeah, I mean, quality of life is, that you can have here is just, it's phenomenal. I mean, can you order Amazon and Merida? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. My daughter ordered some markers on Sunday night. The box got here yesterday. Yeah, you don't get it the next day. Sometimes you do, but 3 to 4 days on average. Some things can take a little longer, but they will deliver here. I ordered some books. They'll be here. She ordered some markers on Sunday. They got here yesterday, which was Wednesday. I ordered books that same day. They'll be here today or tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, they do deliver. They do deliver. Charles says Merida is very safe. I wear my diamond earrings and gold chains with no problems. I don't do the same in Tijuana or Baja, California. That's what's up.
When I had to get my x-rays the first day, I had to take my earrings off to get my x-rays. I forgot them in the dentist office. They had them there for me the next day.
Wow.
Day before yesterday, when I forgot my phone charged, that's why when he was trying to call me, my phone was dead. When I walked through the door, they said, Miss Marla, it's right here. Yeah. Any place else? We ain't seen that. Somebody claimed that. Exactly. We don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody, I don't know nothing. Marla, did you stay in a hotel or Airbnb?
Actually, neither. I stayed with a family that hosted me here. Mm-hmm.
So there's all sorts of options you got here. Dookie hole, Cortez about to be a freak out there. But now, if y'all got some questions, go ahead and post them in. For those of you all that might have tuned in a little late, this here is Marla. She came to Merida to do an exploratory trip. An exploratory trip is where you just come down, check out the place, make sure this is a place you want to be. Oftentimes, folks come here sight unseen, and it's a disaster for them. And so we recommend people do an exploratory trip just to be certain. And one of the things that I generally recommend, and again, I'm just gonna re-emphasize this: if you are coming down here on an exploratory trip, do some of the stuff like Marla's done. In her case, she went to the dentist and had a full workup done, 5 root canals, had 3 crowns done, put in, you know what I mean? Test out the system, test it out, see what it's like to work with the dentist, because that's going to become your new life. If you need some glasses, go to the eye doctor, get them checked out and see what's up.
And it's not just a general dentist. Now, anybody that had some extensive work done at home, you're going to have your regular dentist, and then they're going to refer you to where it referred me to another payment to go see an endodontist, surgeon, and so on. That dentist did that plan. He called all them specialists. They came in to see me. One stop. One stop.
Exactly. So when y'all come here, again, go get your eyes checked out. Go get your hearing checked out. Need some blood work done, get that done. Need some medicines, go see the pharmacist. Need some x-rays, go see if you need a CT scan, because they're expensive in the States. If you need an MRI, you can walk right into the lab and go get it. A couple of $100 versus $5,000.
And those little spots are all over these little cubby holes.
Everywhere.
If you're just driving and see, that was the only thing, because like I said, I'm driving, paying attention to the road, and trying to still scan what was around me. So that was one reason why a lot of times I went back later in the evening and went out when there was less traffic, so that I could see. I was like, there's a pharmacy, there's the laundromat, they're all right here, together. So yeah, you could, like I said, yeah, it's walkable. Everything is right where you need it.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So yeah, come test. Get involved. Try the services out just so you can see what your experience is going to be like. Because when you go see the dentist, when you go see the eye doctor, or get the lab, most of the time they're not going to speak English, and it's your chance to kind of see how you can deal with the pressure. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be that bad. You might be a little frustrated, but you know what I mean? But go. This is important for you to see if you can handle this. You know what I mean?
And I think they're so accustomed to so many of us coming over here now and not speaking the language. Every place I went, somebody had their phone already on Google Translate.
Yeah.
They passed off to you, you type, pass it back, yeah, everybody. I don't know.
So yeah.
I ate some. I mistreated this peach, y'all. Peach and the plum.
Let me get some of that drink. You want that? All right, let me go.
I'm telling you, that took me back to my childhood. Baby, it ain't a Costco, it ain't a Sam's, it ain't a Kroger's, it ain't a Albertson, a Tom Thumb. None of them had nothing on this fruit. Nothing. I mean, oh Lord, just I'm gonna see what time they close. Probably grab me. But I'm telling you, that fruit was just so sweet and just juicy. Yeah, I did the food. I ate out that fruit taller stand every single day. Yeah, me and that boy. Yeah, we besties right about now. Because he knew what I was coming for. And then I had them. I would get me a fresh fruit drink. Whew. Yeah, I'm out to here and get out because they're gonna be closing soon, and I need to grab me something for the plane. Just sitting here thinking about it. Y'all, that was just that was some good eating right there. Okay, let me see. He gone, so I can't. Let me see. Read the screen over here. Okay, I don't see any other questions. But all in all, I've had a wonderful time. I'm just really excited about returning already, so that I can really get out and explore and do some of the things that I had said I originally wanted to do. But my health was just more important, especially at that type of savings. I hadn't had any problems, any complications. They wrote me a prescription for some pain tablets. I took it right around the corner. Their Oxos is like our, even though they have 7-Elevens here, Oxos is on every single corner here, like our 7-Eleven, Q-tips, or church back home. You're not gonna go a distance and not see an Oxo. That's a guarantee. And the pharmacies are just like right next door and stuff. I just took it in to her. She's like, oh, okay. filled it for a few pesos, and that was it. Yeah, anybody serving good food? Yeah, yeah, we definitely go. You gonna move to the front of the line on my friend list. I promise you. I was telling about the fruit at the frutala place that I went to. I was telling them I was just how fresh and sweet and juicy that fruit was, because I ate that. Because the day you came up there, see, I grabbed a peach. And well, I've eaten a peach and a plum every day anyway. But I grabbed the mango juice when you came through. I know.
You gotta try that dragon fruit. I tell you how nice that guy is.
What I just told
you already told him?
I just told him.
That dude
we
there.
We besties now. We besties now. When I go, and the thing about it was, because I did ask him. I said, "Well, can you just go ahead and wash it and stuff?" So I didn't have. I asked him one time every day that I've been. He get my fruit. He'll wash it. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm greedy. I can't wait till I get to the house. I'm gonna start on this now." So I took a bite, and we still talking and everything while he washing the other one and everything. So now he's offered to wash every single one of them when I go up there. And I was just looking. I said, "Yeah, because I have to try and catch them before they close. I need to grab me something for the plane."
Oh, okay. I think they
close. Especially one of them drinks. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the dragon fruit since you said
that dragon fruit gonna blow your mind.
That mango.
That ain't nothing better than that dragon fruit. But yeah, the guy is so nice. There's been some times I've gone up there, my card declined. And he'd be like, "Oh, just bring you back when you come back next time. We'll add it on to your next bill." You know what I mean? So if I'm riding by and I don't have no cards or cash on me, I just go in there and grab what I want and just take care of it the next time. And they don't be present. It might be 3-4 days later before I go back, and then they take care of it. All of them, the whole staff is like that.
And the man last night where I got my food
he delivers too, just so you know. You only have to go get it when he'd bring it to your house. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy out here. I'm
scanning for my phone now, so I gotta make sure I get on for their clothes. But that's like last night when I got ready to order. I didn't know the cuts of meat and the flavor. Because see, like I said, I like to eat. I don't like to waste no food, but I like to eat food that is flavorful, and I ain't paying for nothing just because it's cooked food. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So the guy let me sample all the meats. Girl,
let you sample it.
Every single one of them.
God, I was like, I'm telling you, it's a whole other different way of life over here. It may not look at.
We got ice cream. They let me sample all them too.
They let you sample all that ice cream.
Yeah.
Like I say, it may not be pristine and pretty, although there are many parts of Merida that is pristine and pretty.
Yeah, I've seen some of them.
You want to pay and live that? Hey, you can have. There's a place for everybody, but in exchange, I mean, for what you get, sampling all them meats, cuts of meats. You know what I mean? Sampling all that ice cream. Hey, I forgot my wallet. Let me get this. Come back, pay me later. Oh, I'll bring it to your house. Hey, you don't have to go down there and get that fresh seafood that came out the ocean this morning. There's nowhere in Atlanta I'm going to get that. You know what I mean? It's going to be frozen from weeks ago or months ago. Here, I ride down there, and the guy, my shrimp got out that water this morning. It's the quality of life, the quality of food, the stress level, the frustration. It just, what they say, tranquilo. Just relax.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a whole nother life. Like you say, folks think you won't know who's driving a Mercedes Benz if he's outside talking with everybody. You won't know which one of them jokers is driving the Benz. Everybody dressing down and relaxed. That's why I can walk outside with my shoes with my hole in it.
That's why I wasn't tripping on this. Because I said when I came over, I was fly. I was shoot. Between this heat and everything, and the fact that ain't nobody paying attention to you. Nobody paying attention to you.
Nobody paying attention.
And it just made it so much easier to just get up the next day, get yourself clean, just throw on something. You just want something for comfort.
Yep.
Period. all that trying to mix and that, coordinate, put together, and these what if outfits and everything. I done packed a whole bunch of what if outfits for nothing. You know.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. Eartha asks, how many times have you visited? Do you recommend visiting different times of the year?
My first.
Would you recommend coming back another part of the year based on
Oh,
your personal experience?
oh, I'm gonna have to come back and see what the heat like. Even though
So
I'm
you are
from,
coming back to check out the heat. Okay.
even though I'm from Texas, and I know that we can get hot, everyone has made it perfectly clear it is not the same type of heat from the states. I'm
Uh,
not downplaying any of that. Because even though we had some pretty good days here, at certain points it got up to like 91 or whatever. But for the most part, we stayed in the 80s.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, this was a beautiful run. You have 5 to 7 minute pour down of some rain. Even last night when it was pouring down rain,
yeah.
wasn't nobody scatting. They just walking, getting soaking wet, just moving at the same speed.
And they ain't
Oh
trying to be
my God.
pretty. They get a
No,
trash bag, put a hole in it, and pull it over their body, and they walking down the
had some
street.
grocery bags over their shoes, tied and taped off. They still on the motorcycle, taxi still running, making money.
Yep.
Yep.
I got my plastic bag. I'm like, I don't need no umbrella.
And I'm trying to duck and dive,
local
got a
now.
head full of weave. I was like, when I seen them, I was like, just let it rip. That's why this head looked the way it looked down, because I was like, I forgot. I'm a full Mexican now. I gotta do like people do. I just dealt with the little wetness and everything.
That's it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so to answer your question, she says she'll be back in the summer to check out the heat. You know, and that's, you know, I recommend you come, if the heat is a concern for you, definitely come check it out, because it can be intolerable for some. I've seen folks get, even the humidity can be intolerable for many. A lady just recently went back after putting down a deposit on the house. She came here to sign
right.
a year
Yeah, we
one
can
lease.
connect. I'll go ahead.
She put a 1 year lease, about to sign a 1 year lease on the place, and her body started swelling up. And she says extreme humidity does that to her. So might want to come check it out during the rainy season, during where the humidity is high, and come during the heated time of the year when it's hot to check it out. I'll be bringing my smokers from Tijuana. I smoke a mean rack of beef ribs with potato salad. About. Yeah, Charles. Yeah,
see, I already said. I told him the other day. I said I know exactly what I'm about to be a food critic here. I'm telling you, it's food galore. Y'all don't know how that makes me smile. I'm telling you, I'm about to be a food critic here.
There you go. Where do you hunker down for the Category 4 or 5 hurricanes, tornadoes, or are the homes structurally built? The homes are built out of concrete.
Concrete ain't going nowhere.
These buildings don't move. When I first got here, there was a tail end of a hurricane that breezed by, and the only thing you got to worry about is your windows. But even we didn't have any issues. These buildings ain't going nowhere. The houses on the beach that have been hit by hurricanes are still standing 100 years later. Solid rock is what these houses are built. Now there's no drywall anywhere in the house. All rock. You know what I mean? The house don't move, it don't shake, it don't do nothing. Although they do have shelters here because a lot of folks, the people who you know make less income, their houses might not have doors or windows. Okay. So they go to shelters and whatnot. But they do have shelters here. David said, I'm visiting in May, June to experience the real heat. Yes. Probably come in April. April, May is when it's going to be real hot. March it starts to heat up, but April and May tend to be the hottest time of the year. But you still going to feel it in May and June. When in Rome, that's right. See peeps, hola, that Kathy. There are other places in Mexico where the heat is not as intense. You don't have to go back to the state. I agree. And I often tell folk that if it don't work out here in Merida, Go check out other spots in Mexico. You know, it may not be exactly safe like Merida, but it's very many places are very safe and probably more safer than the States. So if you're surviving in the States, many parts of Mexico you will survive in and be just fine. So don't be so quick to go back home if the heat is an issue for you, because they have other areas where it feels like spring-like weather all year long. Out, you know, they have areas where you could be in the mountains where it's cooler, and so you got many options. Rosario says, start your food critic channel, please. Frank says the cenotes will help with the heat once a week, keeps you cool enough. It's magic. Man, I'm gonna tell you about them cenotes, man. My leg was swollen. My ankles had swelled up. They had been swollen up for about, this was like a year ago. My leg was swollen up for about a month. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Went to the doctor. They ain't know nothing. And I went to the cenotes one day with some friends.
That mineral water on you?
Yeah, I went in that water. I was in that water for maybe about 4 or 5 hours the whole day. I didn't even know. I got home. My feet had returned back to normal and they hadn't swollen since. I think there's something magical in that water.
A different type of Epsom salt.
Something up in there. It is,
yeah. Because Colorado got a lot of hot springs and areas in different areas, different parts and stuff there. Different types of minerals that are in the waters and stuff up there. Same type of healing purposes.
Yeah, it's been about a year. I think I need to go back and get my whole body up in there. So, but yeah, I noticed that night both my feet completely, like it was healed instantly. I wasn't even thinking about it, and I wasn't even expecting it. wasn't even looking for it. I just looked down. I said, man, my feet ain't swollen no more. And but yeah, that was magical. So yeah, Frank, it is magical. At Earthwood, most homes in my experience are built with concrete blocks. The drainage of the water is a challenge. Lots of street floods when it rains. That's true. What's the name of that chicken place and where is it? I need to get me something. It's called Fried Chicken Wings. Yeah. And it's right at the perimeter going towards Altabrisa.
They close early. You know, see, I'm telling you. They open at 11, they close at 4:30.
Yeah, they got them weird hours. But like it's going towards Altabrisa, there's a roundabout right there. There's a light place right next to it. And then there's a little convenience store next to that, I believe. Can't remember the name. I don't know if it's a Six or an Oxo. Thanks for the great info, great videos. Jose from California would like to come to Merida soon. Yeah, Jose, come check it out, man. Come check it out. I'd encourage everybody just to come check it out. You know, don't write it off based on what other folks have said. Come see it for yourself. Just kind of get the lay of the land and check it out. I just retired. My question, can I survive with $2,600 every month? Well, I'll let you answer that. What you think?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I concur.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I concur. Your biggest expense is going to be your rent. And, you know, and depending on how much you want to spend on a place, I mean, you can get a very nice, comfortable place for $500 a month. And that's on the high end. You can go down to $350 a month, $400 a month. So that's still going to leave you with over $2,000 of retirement income. You know what I mean? And if you start shopping and buying your food from the local markets, you want to save a significant amount of money. You know, don't go to the supermarket and go buy seafood when you can go down to the beach and get it from the fishermen for probably like 60, 75% less.
And I was waiting on them to come in, but I think because the winds and stuff were up that day, and the hurricane had tore up the front.
Yeah, they still have damage.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why. But I was waiting to cop some of that.
But yeah, so I mean, so if you shop at the local markets, you know, your grocery bill will be about 50% less overall. You know, so living on $2,600. I mean, when we first got here, my finances was so screwed, you know, and it was 5 or 4 of us. My older daughter got here a little later on. I mean, we were living on less than $2,000 because we had to make the numbers work. You know, there were 4 of us, and that included rent. You know what I mean? So, Definitely. And I wasn't a great budgeter. I had to learn how to budget. And but $2,600 a family, for maybe one or two people, even three or four, you work the numbers. You'll be able to live here fine, comfortably. You can go eat. Again, stay out of the chain restaurants. You can go to a nice, like she said, fried chicken wing plate, $5. You order pizza not through Domino's, not through Pizza Hut. You order it from the town guy.
They had Wingstop here.
You know what I mean?
I just skipped right on over that.
Yeah, you skip it. But you can get that pizza, a big thing of pizza for $5 or $7 and feed the whole family. You don't have to go spend $20 on pizza. They give you pizza and bread. They like French fries with every damn thing. So pizza and fries that come with your stuff. You know what I mean? So you can still go to the movies on that $2,600. We were just looking at something the other day. We was in the mall. They had a special. You get 3 tickets, 3 hot dogs, 3 sodas. It was something like $9 for 3 movies, brand new release movies in English. So you can still go out to have entertainment. You can go to the symphony and still have money left over. Many of the events that they host downtown and Central are free. You know what I mean? So you can participate in that. And then you'll have money left over. You have money that you can save and maybe fly back to the States to see family and friends once a year or perhaps even twice a year. So $2,600 is very doable.
And I'm going to make my business, like I said, I'm definitely going to come frequently enough as to where I want to, because see, I met some other people here. Like I said, my first group of cousins from the immigration office, and then we met some other people out at one of the local parks and stuff here, and so and I was just like, man, I don't know, it's just me. I'm just really big on unity. I like get-togethers. I like just hanging out and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to sit down and take the time. I want to organize something for those who have come, those who are here, and see if I can kind of manipulate and put something together, just like a reunion, like our own family reunion. And just hang out, eat, listen to music, and just share our stories and experiences and things.
Absolutely, absolutely. As Kathy C-Peep says, I moved here 3.5 years ago. It's the peace that keeps me here. Come check it out.
That's right. These people are cool. Just lay back.
It's different. I promise y'all. It's unlike if you can get past the first 6 to 12 months, because again, there's gonna be a phase where you're dealing with the frustration, dealing with some of the cultural norms and challenges, and getting past that. But if you can force yourself to say, no matter what happens, I'm gonna sit my butt tight for 1 year before I make any decision. You know what I mean? Then that's when the next level starts to happen. You know what I mean? Like she said, it's the peace that keeps her here. And each year that goes by, it just continues to get better and better because you start to understand more, you're able to communicate better, and so you get better and better and better. You get more relaxed and confident, and you know what I mean. You started to adjust to the culture. Folks showing up 5 days later after they told me they were going to be here, it don't bother me no more. It drove me crazy the first year. I was like, these folks gonna make me shoot myself. I'm getting the hell out of here. I can't stand. Now Kim hadn't gotten used to it. She just refused. She insisted, they gonna change. Me, I've accepted this is how it is. Now when I say I'm going somewhere, I get there when I get there. I don't even call them and let them know I'm late because now I'm one of them. I'll be there when I get there. You know what I mean?
You're gonna find it at some of the shops. I ordered some ice cream and I knew I seen it there the day before, so I was like, dang, I should have got something yesterday. So I said, okay, well, it was open at this here time. No sign, no return, emergency. Gonna be back at none of that.
Nothing.
Drove over there 4 or 5 times. When we got ice cream last night in the dark after it was already cooled off. now, hey, it's whatever. And tell the truth, see, none of that stuff, all that works for me. Cause see, I'm like this, like right now in the States. Move when I get ready to move. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said I have found my tribe. I promise you. I promise you. You know, my family talk about me all the time. You just always late, always behind, always. Hey, what's the rush? You know, what's the rush? Go on, do what you gonna do. You just do your part. So what? Hey, the fact these people move like that, I was like, Daddy.
Bet.
Peace out. I found my people. Yeah.
Eartha says there's nothing like fruit on the islands. What we eat in the U.S. is a joke. I'm currently growing fig and lemon tree until I move. I will be. Helen says I will be here. I will be there in November to check it out. My plan is to spend at least 3 months in Mexico to explore a few different areas. Smart move, Helen. Definitely. Eduardo says, how about the hot weather? Is it really hot? Yes. Not right now. It's not as hot right now. We're dealing with humidity more than anything, but that's going to wrap up in about another month and a half. Winter being here, so it's going to be a lot cooler until about the end of March. So the next few months is going to be fantastic. You know what I mean? Be able to walk outside any time of day, go walk, go run. It's going to be fabulous. In fact, the last couple of days we hadn't had the air conditioning on.
It's been breezy. It's been beautiful.
You know what I mean? So it's been very comfortable, very comfortable. But yeah, the summertime they get the heat. There's no downplaying that. It is not an understatement. From what you hear online, if anything, it might be under exaggerated. C Peep says mañana, which means tomorrow in Spanish, does not necessarily translate to tomorrow. So mañana basically means, I forgot how they worded that. Just
we'll see you at some point.
Yeah, someday after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Someday in the future. I can't remember. I need to look that up. But yeah, so we're about to wrap up. If y'all have any final questions, ask. Tell them about that park we went to down in Central, that new park, La Plancha.
I know it was just big and beautiful. I mean, like I said, it was huge. It was absolutely huge. But even still, the layout, they just had everybody in mind. I think when they built that.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the kids area and the school age kids had things that they could play on safely and things. They had this walking trail track or road or whatever. Mm-hmm. You could have drove around it. I'm going to drive. For as big as it was, yeah, I'm going to drive. I would say, sir, I'm sorry, I thought it was a street. Because it went way over out yonder, that way somewhere. And it was all on a lake. Then you said that cathedral area. Amphitheater. Yeah. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But the food court, I keep circling back. But the food court, I'm telling you.
This is at the park, a food court.
Man, it looked like you would have been in the mall, in the restaurant, in the food court area, restaurant row area and everything. Yeah. That's how it was laid out. But it was beautiful. Big, huge, humongous, nice, clean. It was nice. Absolutely nice. Yeah.
And we met a lot of people just walking in that cafeteria. Folk were coming out of the woodwork.
Yep.
Just saying hello, speaking, kids running around, just losing their mind.
That particular night, it was on a Thursday, and Mothers of Merida, they meet up there every Thursday.
That's what that was.
That's why, because all the little black kids, I said, I know y'all got some adults with y'all somewhere.
Just what?
Adults with them somewhere. I've seen them, the black kids. Yeah. But that's what it was. One of the young ladies that we met there, and she had just been, 2 days? Yeah. Casey? Because he interviewed his son, her son, and
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. And she was saying that's why she was out there, because she was part of that group, and they meet up there on Thursdays.
Wow. The beautiful part called
Yes.
La Plancha. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Look it up online. You're gonna be blown away by that thing. It's so big, it's unbelievable. Got a dog park there. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
Just
I'm gonna
look
have
it
to go
up.
back in a golf cart. Yeah, lose 10 pounds and maybe some man will put me on his back or something. But hey,
Lenore
that's a lot of moving.
says, what's the cost of college there? A lot of their public schools, universities are free. That's something we have started to investigate, because next year Haley will actually start going to college next fall. You can get a 4-year degree, bachelor's degree, at a public school, or was it a private school, for about $5,000 total. Get the whole thing. And I think that's at a private school. And if she chose to go to a public school, it would actually be even cheaper. So as a resident, she'll be able to go to school, university, $5,000. We talked to a medical doctor. If she wanted to go to medical school, they were just kind of giving us some numbers. We're looking at about $8,000 to $10,000 for all of the schooling from year 1 all the way to year 8. About $8,000 to $10,000, so they can theoretically go to school and not have any debt, et cetera, et cetera. So it's very cheap. Can you show us the hood of Merida? The hood probably gonna be.
I was just talking about the hood. I mean, you would consider to be the hood, the downtown area, the areas I'm talking about. You would probably consider to be the hood, because, like I said, it's old, antiquated, some of it dilapidated. And so you would be like, "This what the hell they excited about?" Honestly, that's until you just pull over and park, and start walking, and just greeting these people, and you after a while, all of that around you kind of fades. You don't even see it.
Yeah.
It's strange. You don't even see it.
Now, there is a part that some folk call the hood that would be in an area called cuisine. And yes, it would be significantly cheaper to live over there. You could probably find a house out there for $150, $200 a month, a 2-bedroom. It's still safe, not as safe. They probably deal with a little bit more break-ins.
$300,000.
A little few break-ins and stuff like that. But or crimes of opportunity. You see a purse land in your car, they gonna go in your window and take it. But quite a few folks live in cuisine. I'm gonna put it in the chat just so you know how to spell it. Check them out. You can find houses over there outright buy for like $25,000, $30,000 in cuisine, and it doesn't look much different than any other part of Merida. Like I say, you just have more lower income people and families living there, but overall, that would be considered what people here would call the hood. That part of Merida. Are there any senior
I don't know
citizen
what part I was
communities?
in, because I told you I was just driving around, just riding. And you see a lot of people just standing in their doorways. Man standing there, had his hands up in the doorway and just standing there. I thought it was funny because it was a little baby goat. Remember I told you baby goat just standing between his legs. He looking side to side, too. I don't know if he tried to cool off, but he was just looking and just hanging out. Like I said, I've seen some stuff that's just been really comical. But I was like, hey, this is life. This is their life. I mean, I entertain myself a lot.
Exactly. Someone asked, are there any senior communities there? Yes, there's a place called Villa K. I just put the link in the chat. I recently interviewed the lady there. So check out that video there. Can you show us the hood of the? Are there any parks sound wonderful? Food, their room to walk it up. That sounds good. My younger cousin just finished medical school, over $300,000. Yeah, that. Ooh, you know, and oftentimes folks will be paying this bill for forever. My brother he's a school teacher. And he 20 years later, he's still paying on his student loan. So it's crazy.
That particular area we was talking about development for the expats, it's right across the school from. We didn't say that's the technical.
That's the technical university, technical college. Yeah,
right there in front of it. Right in front of it.
Absolutely. Keep up the good work, Cortez. Thank you. Harrington, she just joining the live. Hello, everyone. How you doing, young lady?
Hey, babe.
Yeah, we've been at it for about an hour and 45 minutes. We're about to wrap it up.
I gotta get to this fruit.
Yeah, she gotta go get her fruit from the place before they close. But I'm gonna post this once we end this. It should take about 30 or 45 minutes for this to appear in the feed. And you'll be able to watch the replay of this. Got a lot of information off. If y'all listen, if y'all need any services, hit up the website for relocation services, for tours. If you need a exploratory tour, want somebody to take you around and show you around, hit up the website, moveabroadandthrive.com. If you need to book a consultation, go to the website and do it from there. And we'll get you on schedule. Right now, we're moving into our most busiest time of the year. We really won't slow down until about February, mid-February, March is when things will slow up. So if you're considering making a trip here and want to book an exploratory tour, need some help with relocation assistance, hit the link on the website and contact us and get on schedule. Because like I say, we're in our busy season now and won't be able to help everybody, unfortunately. So please do that. I'm going to drop a donate link here in the chat. If you find our content helpful, please consider making a donation, and we'll appreciate it. So there's different options on that link. You can do PayPal, you can do credit card, you can do Zelle, whatever you find. We also have some courses on the website as well. Check it out. The Academy, I think many people, particularly if you've never been out the country, just having a plan will save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of trouble. So our Move Abroad and Thrive Academy will help you out with that. So please let us know. Any final words of wisdom, Marla?
Y'all just have to get past that mental mindset that's been indoctrinated in all of us, and just jump into it and do it. Because if you don't like it over here, guess what? You can leap back. That's all I can tell you.
Exactly. So there you have it. I hope you found value here. Thank y'all for watching. Reach out to me if you need anything. I had a great time with you. The Passport Life, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. I'm going to go buy me some tacos and a margarita. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get my fruit.
So she's about to go get her fruit. She had to board the plane and she want to make sure she has some fresh fruit before she get out of here. So thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day.
All right. Bye-bye.